From swinging between skyscrapers to stealing hearts across the globe, Tom Holland has become more than just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's a global icon. But sometimes even superheroes face real-world dangers, and this time it wasn't Green Goblin, Doc Ock, or Thanos standing in his way. Instead, it was a freak accident on the set of his brand-new Marvel movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The 29-year-old actor recently sustained a concussion while filming in Glasgow, Scotland, an incident that sent shockwaves through Marvel fans everywhere. What happened? How is Tom doing now? And why does this fourth Spider-Man installment already feel different from everything we've seen before? Let's break it all down. It was September 19th, 2025. Filming was in full swing for Spider-Man: Brand New Day, the highly anticipated fourth installment in Tom Holland's Spider-Man franchise. Glasgow had been transformed into the backdrop of a massive set piece, with fans lining the streets to watch the Marvel magic unfold. But during one of the action-heavy sequences, Tom sustained a head injury, specifically a mild concussion. While the details of how it happened remain under wraps, insiders confirmed that Holland was immediately tended to by on-set medics and later evaluated by doctors. The news spread quickly. Tom Holland injured on set became a trending headline within hours, sparking both concern and speculation. After all, this wasn't just another Hollywood star. This was Spider-Man. A week later, Tom broke his silence. In classic Holland fashion, he didn't make it about drama, panic, or secrecy. Instead, he used his nonprofit, the Brothers Trust, as the backdrop for his update. On September 27th, during a charity event in London, Tom shared a video recap of the fundraiser on Instagram. In the caption, he slipped in his health update, writing, "I'm sorry I had to leave early, but I'm feeling better and on the mend. A huge thanks to my dad for taking over after I left." The show got considerably funnier. Fans breathed a collective sigh of relief. The humor, the lightness, the gratitude, it was classic Tom Holland. Yes, he had suffered a concussion, but he was recovering, staying positive, and letting his dad steal the spotlight in the meantime. If there's one thing Tom has proven time and time again, it's that he's grounded. At the fundraiser, he wasn't alone. His parents, his brothers Sam, Harry, and Patty were all there. And yes, so was Zendaya, his fiancée, along with co-star Jacob Batalon. That support system is part of what makes Holland so unique in the Marvel landscape. Unlike some stars who isolate themselves in fame, Tom keeps his circle close and his family closer. And in moments like this, facing an unexpected injury, it's clear that grounding matters. Zendaya, who has been by his side through 3 Spider-Man films, countless press tours, and now this new chapter, was spotted smiling and chatting with attendees. No dramatic statements, no staged photo ops, just quiet, steady support. And that's exactly what Holland needed. Of course, fans immediately asked the big question, what does this mean for the movie? According to insiders, production paused briefly to allow Holland to rest. But Marvel remains confident the film's schedule won't be significantly impacted. After all, this is not just another entry in the MCU. Spider-Man: Brand New Day is shaping up to be something much bigger. Holland himself hyped up the movie in interviews before the injury. In July, he told Flip Your Wig, "Playing Spider-Man is like hanging out with an old pal. I think we were really restricted with what we could do in the last movie because of COVID. We shot the entire film on stages. Now we're really going to lean into that old-school filmmaking and shoot in real locations. That's why we're starting in Glasgow. It's going to feel like making Spider-Man 1 again." That statement alone electrified fans. Real streets, real cities, real scale. A return to the raw, grounded energy that made Spider-Man Homecoming such a phenomenon. Marvel is keeping details tightly under wraps, but here's what we do know. Brand New Day isn't just another sequel. It's being positioned as a reset, a way to evolve Peter Parker after the events of No Way Home. The title itself, borrowed from a classic Spider-Man comics arc, suggests a rebirth. A Peter Parker waking up to a brand new day after the heartbreak, battles, and losses that have defined his journey. And Holland seems to feel it too. In a behind-the-scenes video shared last month, he admitted, It's funny putting the suit on. It feels different this time somehow. It's also the first time we ever had fans on set day one, so it's really exciting to share this with them. Different, special, reborn, words that hint at a Spider-Man story we haven't seen before. It's impossible to talk about Tom Holland without talking about Zendaya. Not just his co-star, not just MJ in the films, but his real-life partner. Zendaya's presence on set and at the fundraiser following his injury speaks volumes. She isn't just an actress passing through the Marvel pipeline. She's part of Tom's personal and professional life in a way that mirrors their on-screen chemistry. Fans have speculated whether Zendaya will have a central role in Brand New Day, especially after the emotional ending of No Way Home. Whatever the case, one thing's certain: Tom's recovery, his stability, and his happiness are all intertwined with the support Zendaya brings. This injury, while concerning, also highlights something about Tom Holland that fans admire: resilience. He's not just another actor filling a suit. He's a performer who does his own stunts, commits to physical storytelling, and embraces the grueling realities of action filmmaking. From the very beginning, Holland differentiated himself from past Spider-Man actors with his acrobatics, his athleticism, and his youthful energy. And while a concussion is serious, it also reminds fans that behind the superhero mask is a human being, one who risks his body to bring these larger-than-life stories to the screen. There's also something poetic about the way Holland gave his health update. He didn't sit down for a press conference. He didn't post a dramatic video from a hospital bed. Instead, he used the platform of the Brothers Trust, his family's nonprofit dedicated to supporting small charities. In other words, he turned a moment of personal vulnerability into a spotlight for giving back. That's Tom Holland in a nutshell, an actor who doesn't just play a hero, but tries to live like one. Online, the reaction has been a mix of concern, relief, and admiration. Fans flooded his Instagram with well wishes, memes, and reminders to take it easy, Spidey. One fan wrote, "You gave us Spider-Man. We can wait for the movie. Just get well first." Another said, "Even superheroes need rest. Heal up, Tom." It's moments like this that prove the bond between Holland and his fan base isn't just about movies. It's about the way he's carried himself since 2016, when he first swung into the MCU in Captain America: Civil War. So what's next? Holland is expected to return to filming soon, with Marvel adjusting schedules as needed. The film, which also stars Stranger Things' Sadie Sink and The Bear's Liza Zayas, promises a mix of fresh faces and familiar favorites. And while the injury was a bump in the road, it hasn't dimmed the excitement. If anything, it's intensified it. Fans are more eager than ever to see Tom back in action. Not just because he's Spider-Man, but because he's shown once again that he's human, vulnerable, and deeply dedicated to his craft. At the end of the day, Tom Holland's concussion is a reminder that even superheroes have limits. But it's also a testament to his resilience, his humor, and his ability to bounce back stronger. Spider-Man may be fictional, but the spirit of Peter Parker, courage in the face of setbacks, strength in vulnerability, and hope for a better tomorrow, is alive and well in the man who plays him. As Holland himself wrote when he got engaged to Zendaya, "Forever begins now." For fans, for Marvel, and for Tom himself, Spider-Man. Brand New Day represents not just a new chapter on screen, but a brand new chapter in life. And if there's one thing we know for sure, it's this: Tom Holland may have been knocked down for a moment, but he's already swinging back to health. And he's not done being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.